to another yet English football. We are back again for another English Premier League game that happened throughout this weekend. The Premier League is back, and we are going to talk about the game that happened this weekend and the Classico. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona on Sunday. Then okay, I think he has reduced a little bit now, but when Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola was there, it was one of the best football I ever seen. Every time there's a Classico, there's always fight, but they reduced since both of them left Spain. But it's still going to be a good game on Sunday in the English Premier League. Manchester United and they continue their winning streak. Can they continue winning? Hopefully they will. Liverpool is going to come back to winning ways if they can beat their opponents so that they can start challenging for Manchester City and Aston. It is what it is. But let's see what happens this weekend. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, the Premier League and the Classico. Good morning, John. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Godwin. It's another exciting weekend of football. I'm super excited whenever we have an El Grand Classico with the FCB and Real Madrid. So I'm super excited this weekend, Yes, welcome to the show, Football Maniacs and Super Sports fans, especially to my people joining us live on YouTube. Not too much. Thank you.
Good morning, also.
I don't know why John just woke up with plenty excitement today. John, I don't know why, but again.
Because you collect last night.
Again.
Relegation is knocking. Relegation is knocking.
Yes, so relegation is knocking
on
West Ham's door.
We will survive it. We will survive it. We will survive it by the end of the season. It will not come. Another interesting weekend of football again. Banter everywhere as the king. They don't start the Babylon me first. I'm not complaining.
Sharp.
We are facing you next.
What?
Chelsea, Arsenal, I'm coming for you. But again, a very good, wonderful night of football. Disappointed with results though. Come on, you have to be disappointed with that result. And again, today is going to be another interesting week. This week is going to be another interesting week of football. Now they ask me where my jersey. I don't go where my jersey come. Now, as I don't wear this jersey with pride now, they are back to winning ways.
Okay, let's see what happens. Yes, West Ham lost again. Relegation is knocking on their door.
If we survive at the end of the season,
if they don't do anything, start doing something, it's going to be tough for them to get anything. Because come on, how many games have they played and they are still losing games? And they lost against Leeds 2-1. So Nonso and his boys need to start picking. And Nuno is there. I won't not blame Nuno because he came in half season. So I'm looking for January to come so they can make a few signings and probably try and save
4 Premier League games.
Yeah.
0 wins.
See, you have to. It's not his players.
It's not Nuno's fault. We shouldn't even be having this conversation.
John is saying when you come, if the team is working, they brought in Fedrix. This is it Fernandez? I said.
Also, cry me a river.
Wait. Now let me get into the game.
Cry me a river.
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay. I'm going to give you the game that happened today, and I'll talk about the game that happened yesterday and the game that happened throughout this weekend in the Premier League. Leeds United yesterday beat West Ham 2-1. West Ham considered in the first 5 minutes of that game. For today's game, Chelsea will play Sunderland at 3 p.m. So there is no early kickoff today. So by 3 p.m. Chelsea will play Sunderland. Newcastle will play Fulham. By 5:30, Manchester United will play Brighton. Then finally today, Brentford will play Liverpool by 8 p.m. For tomorrow's game, Wolves will play Burnley, Arsenal will play Crystal Palace, Aston Villa will host Manchester City, Bournemouth will play Nottingham Forest, then finally Everton will play Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, let's start with yesterday's game. I don't want to dwell too much on it. But Leeds beat West Ham 2-1. What is the problem with your team also?
Like I said, a midfield of Mangasa, Sunchek, Paqueta, every other thing can fall into place.
No shall I too much, but
you get. And again, on Monday, this guy picked up. I sent Mavropanos in defense for me. Saka right back. This guy went with back three. With Saka playing as a left. That was a problem. As a left wing back. Then Diop plays as a centre back. Mavropanos is not available. Play the back two. I know they are not good enough, but you played back two with the defenders where they're supposed to play. And I think after he went 2 goals down, he was trying to fix it, and he went to play that same back two I've been crying for. But Saka in right back, but they were already 2 goals down. By the time he could go all the sub and fix the midfield, it was already late. Though we had a goal ruled out for offside, though it was supposed to be 2-2. The game, but we had to go rule out offside. Girl was here yesterday. I was crying like
Cry me a river,
just
bro.
the toe. But again, it was a good game of football. With the substitution he made, from next game, he will know who to start. Because that other guy will play for midfield alongside Thomas. I don't know if you pronounce the name himself. Alongside Thomas Sunchek, shouldn't be playing for Westham. I don't know why he's still starting him. I don't know why he's still starting him. Then this is not the kind of game you start or test academic graduates in your fullback position. Talking about shells, I've been a scout, I've been letting me name. These games you don't test or experiment with academic graduates. Like you say, it's a big game. Academic graduates will come when you're already getting the win. You get when you're already a goal up or 2 goals up, 10 minutes to go, you can just put on academic graduates. Don't start them in the game. You have the best players to start. Play them where they need to be played.
Okay, John, I know you want Barcelona, but just make it
Please,
make it
thank
small.
you. You know, I like what Nonso is saying, that we've been saying that if you get into a team, you accept the team the way they are and you play with them before you bring your own style. Not for Westham. Not for a team that is sitting in a relegation zone that does not have a clear bearing of who his first 11 players are in that team.
Who say me? I don't know.
Excuse me, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the manager before.
The manager before,
The
no.
manager before, no. Excuse me now. Don't interject. Let me do the down.
Don't do any down.
Let me do the down with style.
God, we're moving on.
That's number one. Secondly, you were here campaigning for Nuno. You have Nuno now. You say you don't want Nuno again.
Who said I don't want Nuno again?
What were you saying before I took the mic?
I said the players he was playing, make him not try that nonsense again.
When you have a team that is in total disarray and you can't tell who are the key elements to that side, you have to have the freedom to move the pieces on the board around to get a better result.
John,
and that's what Nuno has done in this encounter. Excuse me, I'm not done. Secondly, if you saw the way they defended shambolically, and thirdly, the defenders are as fat as cows. They can't run for their lives. They can't run for their lives because there's no how you tell me you concede 2 goals from set pieces. One, the third one that should have gone in that hit the bar and went over the bar. It was just a fluke of luck that they were able to come back and even put up any form of defense in front of him. So I am going to give you negative marks on your fitness of your players, negative marks on the team you have because you don't have a team basically, and negative marks on also your starlet, your hero, Antonio, who you cancelled his contract or terminated his contract.
He was injured for almost a year plus.
Bro!
Okay, I don't
Same thing for Victor Boniface. That contract wasn't cancelled, man.
Victor Boniface was less than 6 months.
I don't want to dwell on West Ham, but they need to start fixing up whatever.
You said you don't have a starting 11. I have.
You don't have starting 11, bro.
They need to start fixing anything, or else probably they will hit relegation this season because it's very terrible. And I think Nuno is trying to move a style of play 4-4-2, 4-3-1-5. 5 at the back, 3 at the back. You will not blame a coach when he comes in. You will try so many things until you find something that works. For now, you never see anything work.
Godwin.
My joy yesterday was that Callum Wilson came on because not so nearly had an aneurysm when Callum Wilson was about coming on yesterday.
My own is that as a new coach, look at even Angie tried 4 at the back, 4-4-2, 3 at the back. You keep trying until you find
what works. Simple.
You keep trying.
Don't come and tell me that the manager should not try or should not move.
No matter how you keep trying and moving pieces around, there are pieces you don't move around.
Now you be coach.
Wait,
thank you.
Let me finish now. There are pieces you don't move around. When Amorim coming, why don't they move Dalot and Bruno Fernandes up and down?
You move them now.
Bruno Fernandes and Dalot.
Bruno is playing outside.
Wait, let me tell you something you don't understand.
He's playing outside
Bruno,
position, man.
Cassie and Dalot were starting every game.
No, wait, moving around pieces means that Bruno can play number 10.
Wan-Bissaka has been played from the bench. Diouf in the last game was played from the bench.
So what do you want?
These are players that you don't have a left back. Diouf is your left back. Wan-Bissaka is your only credible fullback. Wait, let me finish now. The only credible fullbacks you have in that team.
If they are not giving you what you want.
It's just 2 players. Diouf and Wan-Bissaka. In midfield, the only person credible enough to play midfield for you is Paqueta and Sunchek. Apart from these 4 players, you can move the rest of the pieces around.
Let me tell you something. You are not the coach.
Thank
The
you.
coach sees them on the training.
Thank
You will not
you.
tell a coach where you move pieces. If he thinks that Paqueta cannot play in the midfield, he cannot play as his coach.
Simple.
Until you enter them, you cannot do your
See
own.
the guy just the whole ball, just the dribble people up and down, but nobody to come. What's in chance?
Let's see. West Ham lost and relegation is knocking on their door. Okay, let's talk about today's
Moving
game.
on, please.
Let's talk about today's game. Chelsea will play Sunderland. Sunderland, they are a good side. I think they came up from relegation. Sorry, from Division 2 to Championship to Premier League. They have actually stabilized themselves. If you look at where they are on the table, mid-table, very good. They picked up, picked up a couple of points and a couple of wins. But Chelsea are strong at home, even though they are still missing a couple of players like Delap, Palmer, and all. But we are still expecting Chelsea to win this game.
Yeah, maybe some people, but not me necessarily. And first and foremost, I want to just say that Sunderland are one of those teams that have been in the Premier League for a long time, and I'm glad to see them back in the Premier League because I believe they have a place in the Premier League. Like, they've given us so much joy. Sunderland and Stoke City. One of the biggest derbies in the Premier League is the Geordie and Toon derby. Is the derby between Newcastle and Sunderland. Yes, it's always a feisty bout.
It was a big 10, but not now.
It's always a feisty, and I'm telling you that when that game happens this season, it will be a beautiful one to watch. But for this encounter, I like the odds of Sunderland against Chelsea. I like the odds of them against Chelsea. It may not be a flamboyant game. It may just be a 1-0 win.
Okay, what do you think will happen in this game?
Anything like play, no matter how flamboyant of Chelsea or Sunderland how the game will be, no concern me. We just know that Chelsea is going to win. The welcome back to Premier League is over. You've won your games, you've settled your ship, you're in the middle of the table. Understand? Clap for you, clap out for Sunderland. But that era has ended.
You're looking for replacement.
I'm not looking for replacement. I know who will replace me for the relegation battle. Nottingham Forest they go replace me. Burnley, this Scott Parker's Burnley go replace me. I know. I just wait for the right time, the right moment to just come up. But again, it's going to be a good game of football. It was supposed to be early kickoff, but again, it's moved to 3 p.m. But it's going to be a very good football. It's going to be fire for fire in this one. And I think Chelsea for the win.
Okay, Chelsea for the win. John, who wins?
Sunderland.
Sunderland to win. Okay, let's see who is going to win. It's going to be Chelsea versus Sunderland by 3 p.m. Okay, other 3 p.m. games. Newcastle play Fulham. Who wins in that game? Our own brothers will play. Chukwueze is there, Basi is there, and Iwobi. And your Madi that you like. Who wins in that game?
Vote Madi, man. Newcastle.
Newcastle to win in that game. Okay, Nonso?
Newcastle.
You
get why.
Why everybody supporting Newcastle? No, I'm supporting my brothers. So.
You get why.
We are not patriots. So.
Elanga and my brother too.
We be Elanga.
I mean, you know.
Okay.
I get brothers for Newcastle, but I feel like it's just this personal bias I have against the manager of Fulham. That's just it. Apart from that.
Yeah, I'm going to support them because our 3 brothers are playing there. So, but let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be Newcastle versus Fulham by 3 p.m. Okay, the only 2 games are 3 p.m. today: Chelsea and Sunderland, and Newcastle versus Fulham. The 5:30 game is Manchester United versus Brighton. You know, Manchester United are coming back from that good, sweet victory versus Liverpool at Anfield. So they are in a high spirit. They are flowing in the spirit. They are happy. They are moving. They are moving in the right direction.
They are moving at the speed of light.
Yeah, they are moving. Now they have to play Brighton at the Old Trafford. What do you think will happen in that game?
I just have one word for you. Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone. That's just the reality. Like when you are seeing a movie and you hear that, so you know that the person is about to suffer. That's what's about to happen in this encounter, because Brighton are about to bring Manchester United back down to reality, and I believe so because they are in a better run of form. They have a better neat squad than Manchester United. So let's see how it goes. Brighton for the win.
Okay, Brighton are very, very strong. They are no matter why I like Brighton is that no matter who they are playing, what they are playing, they always play progressive football.
Yes.
That's why you can see them.
Yes.
You see scoreline like 4-3, 3-2, because they always come out to score. When they come out to score, their defense is quite open, so you can probably score them. But we are expecting a good game with Manchester United.
Expecting a flurry of goals in this one, though. Manchester United know how to score. Brighton knows how to score. Now it all depends on who will defend the best.
Yeah,
who will defend the best. And again, you know, the midfield is not the midfield is just what it is. The midfield is, I would say, shaky. I would say confused at the moment.
Baleba.
Now we have to see Baleba.
You know they inform.
Like I know they inform this season.
I know send.
You know they inform.
I know send.
Inform. Don't see inform finish.
I know send.
all the military jam, everything form, they don't tear and finish. You know, the form not there again. So it's out of question. So it's not one of the players I am scared of. I'm just scared of the approach Fabian will come with. Because that's the only thing I'm scared of right now. That's the thing I'm looking out for right now. The approach Fabian is coming with. And if he's coming with a very good approach of overlapping the midfield or overworking the midfield, then fine, he gets the win over Man United. But if he's going to come with that approach, Liverpool come, press high. Man United will only use long balls to wound them, and that's just it.
Yes, Manchester United have changed their style. They are not playing out from the back. Lamens are just, once he catches the ball, send it to your own half. Make una go struggle for the second ball.
You know, Godwin, about 1.5 billion have been spent in this play now from the bank. Why are we throwing away our 1.5 billion investment?
When I was growing up, all this playing out from the back started with Barcelona. Or like when I started, I can remember. As a Wenger didn't do it.
As a Wenger in Aston did it. That's why you be hearing something like.
Wenger didn't really pass out. Most people didn't pass out for the back. It was just sometimes.
It was FCB with
what they do is that they will pass it to a defender. Then the defender will now send it long
ball
to somebody else.
I'm thinking of these guys. This right back at Stoke City.
All this you pass. Then pass it from your goalkeeper to your defender, goalkeeper back to your defender, goalkeeper back to your defender. I watched Aston growing up. They didn't even do it. Everybody was sending it to the front.
Long ball.
Manchester United because everybody was looking for send it up. Struggle with that second ball because you don't know who is going to win the header. Most times it's going to win the defender, opponent defender. But the second ball is what everybody is actually struggling for. So, but I think Manchester United has changed since Lamens came in. Ruben was talking about him yesterday. Lamens has been great. His impact has even surprised him a little bit because it's hard moment for our club, and the young boy came in and he's taking the pressure very well. So hopefully they are going to do something against Brighton and win, because they need to keep this winning, continue this winning streak, because if they lose momentum again, banter will come in again. But beating Liverpool should give them high morale to enter the upcoming games. But let's see what happens in that game. Okay, for you, Brighton to win,
yes.
John. You, Manchester United, obviously to win. Okay, let's go back to the other. Manchester go win.
I be Fabian guy.
You go give Fabian all this guy hype finish, then you go come back.
Actually, I was going to settle for a draw.
Okay, Brentford will play Liverpool in the final game for today's game by 8 p.m. Brentford are in a good side. They beat Manchester United. Well, they beat Manchester United 3 games ago. But Liverpool are back to winning ways after losing 4 games in a row. Part of them that Manchester United beat them at Anfield. They went to Champions League and trashed their opponent 5-1 Frankfurt. Now they are going away to Brentford. Isak is not going to be available because I would have asked you, Isak or Ekitike, who starts in the midweek? Both of them started. But now Isak is out of injury. He has not scored the Premier League. He has scored only 1 goal in the Carabao Cup for Liverpool. Ekitike is on form. He scored more goals in the Premier League. He has even scored in the Champions League. He scored in every competition that he has played in. So he's going to start this game. But Brentford a good side. What do you think will happen in that game? Liverpool to win or get a shock again?
Liverpool to win, but it's going to be a score win in the sense that Brentford are going to score and they are going to have to come back and win the game in that encounter. So Liverpool to win. Brentford normally they're a strong side. They have a good team basically, right? So it's going to be a tough one because Liverpool are resurgent, and I'm not seeing Liverpool losing this game to Brentford. No way.
Okay, so what do you think will happen?
No matter for all the strong that Brentford is strong. Now, how many points it is past relegation? They see the relegation battle. They are still close to that bottom 5. You get? They are very, very, very near there, so they can be the ones to replace us in the drop. And I am coming for them.
How many points you get first? My ask.
I get 5 points.
You get 4 points.
God, will you calm down?
4 points.
If I add one,
you get 4 points.
I am coming for them because
you get 10 points.
Because now the way they win against me on Monday, carry them go where they did now. You get the win against Westham on Monday, I put them where they did. I know they are in the bottom 5 table, that last 5, or now they won against me. So I'm coming for them. Since they can beat Westham, they cannot beat Liverpool.
Okay, now but better you use come.
No, definitely.
Okay, and it's not was talking to the press. He was talking about Salah because he dropped Salah at the midweek. And he was talking about, he said, if I can sell one player who can have the ball 12, 13 yards from goal and he will score to save my reputation, it will be Salah in that position. So hopefully Salah will start because whether he likes it or not, Isak is injured, so Salah has to come back to that starting lineup. Hopefully he will pick up from, because truthfully Salah last season was massive. He was highest goal scorer and highest assist in the Premier League last season, so he was massive. But let's see
One thing we will never talk about in football is that sometimes achieving those things come at a cost, which you have to bear the following season one way or another. We have not talked about it, and we need to talk about that.
Or it's just every year you get older.
It's not about every year you get. Look at CR7 on one hand, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you are getting older, you start reducing the intensity of your league. Go to Saudi Arabia, you pick up form again. But if she comes back, do you understand?
No, it's not even about that. Saudi Arabia is no pushover for all the talk about Saudi Arabia. What I'm saying is
that when you keep playing, your body will keep reducing. We are human beings, and nobody stays on form for apart from Messi and Ronaldo that stayed the same player for the past 10-15 years. You hardly see players that
sharing them.
Leave those ones. Those are not Sabi play ball. But let's see if Liverpool.
Tell you not Sabi play ball.
Let's hope.
Why you talk like this now? God doing.
Let's hope that Salah will help Liverpool come back to winning ways, because they need to start winning games. If you look at where they are on the table, it's not really good for them. They are still third on the table though with 15 points, and Aston is obviously moving away from them. They need to start winning games so that it's because I want this league to be between Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. I want it to be like. By game,
it's going to be a 2-horse race this season.
I'm hoping that by game 20 it should be like 4 or 3 points separating these 4 teams. That's why I want it to be a very interesting Premier League season. But let's see if Liverpool, who wins in that game, Brentford or Liverpool, who wins?
Liverpool winning 2-1.
No, so who wins?
3-0 Liverpool. Absolute trashing.
Okay, on tomorrow's game, Wolves will play Burnley. Wolves are in trouble. Wolves have only 2 points in this Premier League season. They are rock bottom of the Premier League. They are playing Burnley. Burnley came in from the Championship last season, and they started picking up points recently. But this game, who wins in that game?
Wolves, please, so that they will move up.
Make Westham drop. I understand that agenda. Yes, Wolves wins. Westham hits rock bottom.
Thank you. Simple.
Yes, this rock bottom already sinks.
Simple.
Yes, this agenda is sweet. Yeah, I'm supporting Wolves too.
This agenda will the hit scene.
Yeah, getting relegated in the morning.
I am not getting relegated this season.
Who wins in that game?
I will not get relegated anytime soon. Wolverhampton Wanderers vs Burnley is going to be a draw.
Okay.
A very intense draw.
Okay.
If both people win this match, it will not bring them back to life.
But people go draw bottom.
No, for just 1 week.
It doesn't matter.
For 1 week,
okay.
No problem. If they win, we'll go, no problem. But
okay, 3 p.m. games. Aston Villa will play Manchester City. Aston Villa lost the Europa League. I was surprised they lost the Europa League because I was thinking that they're going to win. But in the Premier League, they have picked up points. They have picking up form. They are playing City. City suddenly has their flair back, have their goal scoring machine. Haaland obviously in that team. But Aston Villa is not a pushover, especially when they are playing at home.
Yeah, they are not a pushover, especially when they are playing at home. But bro, let's look at performances, man. It hasn't been there, if you ask me. If you look at the biggest elephant in the room talking about Aston Villa is the fact that Ole Watkins scoring has been an issue this season. Go look at his stats, man. So I think everybody knows, and I think he's going to be anxious about that. But for me, coming into this encounter, the biggest encouragement for me isn't Aston Villa as a threat, It's going to be the joy of seeing my guys, Kova, Mamouche, and a couple of all of them back. Hopefully, I can see Mamouche playing and scoring today. That's just the joy.
Okay, so what do you think will happen in that game?
It's going to be a tough one for Man City. It's going to be very tough for Man City. And again, like we said, everybody is calling on Man City's signings in January and the signings they made this season. Again, Aston Villa has that quality of player to hurt you. So it's not about you have your 17 billion. They have their 10,000. They can still use that 10,000 to cause you problems. It's just what they call tactical setup. If you set up very well, then you have your win. That's just, and I think it's going to be a tough one. And it's going to be a very hard one for Man City to crack. Okay,
let's see what happens. If I ask John will tell me that City will
win. No, it's a win, man. Straight up. I'm not worried about them.
What do you think will happen in
this? A possible draw.
Yeah, draw. Okay, let's see what happens in this game. Pep Guardiola is strong. His team is strong. They have the world best striker. In fact, the best striker in the whole world. Haaland on that team. No matter how you mark him, you will just find a way to score a goal. He can have 2 touches and one of them is just a goal. So when it comes to goal scoring, leave it for Haaland. For me, that's one of the best things that happened to Pep Guardiola. He won the Champions League with Man City because he had Haaland. Even though that he played beautiful football, played everything for how many years, he could not crack that until he brought in Haaland, and Haaland just scored goals for him, and he won all the things he needed to win with Manchester City. But let's see if he can fire them back to glory again. Okay, Arsenal is going to play Crystal Palace. Everybody knows the same thing about Arsenal. Arsenal have one of the best defense in the whole world. They have not conceded more than 2 goals in the past 2 or 3 years. So they are very. The last team that scored 3 goals against Arsenal is Luton Town. That's about 2 seasons ago. So Arsenal is strong. This season they have more clean sheets. They have not considered goals in the last 3 games. In the 3 Champions League games they have played, they have not even considered a goal. Considered about 2 shots in the last 3 games on goal in the last 3 games. Raya have been sleeping. Crystal Palace is strong. They have Mateta that scored a hat-trick last week. They have a good coach, even though they have started losing games. They update us again for us. They are strapping up, but it's fine. They have been winning. The winning streak ended, but
yes.
they are still a good side. But Arsenal is strong. They are strong in defense, good midfield, and good attack, because in quotes, they have in quotes one of the best strikers.
The best striker in Europe last season.
Yeah, last season.
Simple.
So Arsenal should be winning this game, but Crystal Palace can trouble them.
Crystal Palace can trouble them. Of course, we all know that Mateta is a threat any day, anytime.
Yep.
We all know that Crystal Palace have recruited somewhat okay this summer, trying to replace Eberechieze. And let's not also forget that Eberechieze is also on the offing. You know, one of the joys of watching the last game last week was watching Grealish on the bench against Everton. And in this one, unfortunately for Crystal Palace, Eberechieze could start and could feature against them. So why not? So it's going to be a good game. As like you said, they have the best defense. I think they have the best team in Europe. QED, anyhow you want to look at it, pound for pound, blow for blow, they have one of the best teams in Europe, and they should be winning. Like I said, it's games like last week where you know you could possibly draw, that you need a win, that somebody in the team comes good for you, and it started happening for Arsenal this time. If you go back a couple of seasons, they should have lost that game at Fulham, or draw with all their might, you understand me? And then in a game like Crystal Palace, where by right in previous years they should have struggled or get a lucky win, they should win this one quite comfortably.
Okay, now so what will happen with Arsenal?
No matter how comfortable Arsenal wants to win it, Crystal Palace has everything it takes to hold them back.
With the Nketiah might come in and just
no, it's not even Nketiah. With the defense, we talk about defense. Crystal Palace also has defense. They have a very solid defense line. If you look at it like for like, I'm not saying they are equal to Arsenal's pair, because Arsenal's pair has been like that for some time. While Crystal Palace is still tinkering around. The only one you say was solid at some point was the Anderson-Gueye combination. But now they've switched to back 3, and they are playing a very good compact football. Which is, if you notice in recent games, if you're playing very compact, Arsenal is finding it difficult to break those compact teams.
That's where set piece comes in.
Thank you.
And
Crystal Palace has still, now, no matter how set piece comes in, Crystal Palace has also had a number of set pieces themselves. So it's about structure of play. And I think for this one, it's going to be a draw, no matter how Arsenal plays.
It's not going to be a draw, it's going to be a win.
No
matter how much credit you want to give to the Crystal Palace defense, their start says otherwise.
Well, let's see. Arsenal has one of the best squad in the whole Europe. If you look at the squad depth, if you even look at the players that are out injured, for example, Madueke is out, Havertz is out, Jesus is out. They have a couple of players out, and they still have a strong squad. If you look at their bench, almost everywhere choke, like for likes everywhere. I think I know even one story is now. Odegaard is out with injury. Eze is here. Waneri is there to replace him. So they have, even when Saka goes out, when Saka was out of injury, Madueke was playing. He came in. Madueke is not. So every place have place in second place, that like a replacement in those places. Look at Trossard and Martinelli from that. So this person will play this one, they will score. Next week, this person will play, they will score. So competition choke for Arsenal. But let's see if they're going to beat Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is strong, but Arsenal are leading in this Premier League table with 19 points. If they win, they will extend their winning to next week if they still top of the table. But let's see if they're going to be. Let's get your prediction for that game. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Who wins?
Arsenal winning 2-0.
Okay, now so who wins?
Draw 1-1.
A draw. Okay. Finally, Bournemouth to play Nottingham Forest. Not finally, though. They are not to play Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth is strong. Nottingham Forest has a new coach, and he's won his first game, first trial, first week for Sondage. Now that they need to pick up form in the Premier League, they are in the relegation zone. I think they are 17th on the table, so they need to start winning when it comes to Sean, that is a good coach, but I like coaches that have opportunity. This is the first time he's testing European football. Now he won his first tryout, first outing, he won it. So he needs to come back to Premier League and find somehow to get these boys to win a Premier League game for a very, very long time.
Yeah, he has his job cut out for him, and I really don't envy him now because whatever happens, I think he has some time on that job to succeed. And the most important thing, like I said, Sean Dyche doesn't need to come and solve further maths or solve quadratic equation. He just needs to put up a side that can put up a good fight and win games. QE did. Nobody is judging him based on beautiful football. Nobody is expecting attacking games, football. Yeah. Just come and give us points. Let us survive. Then we'll now do what we need to do come end of season and get somebody that can take us forward. Simple.
Bournemouth is fourth on the table with 15 points. They deserve to be there, so they are strong. So if you ask me,
they did the same thing last season.
If you ask me, they should be winning this game.
They did the same thing last season. They almost went the full length, if not for the part of the second half of the season where they dropped off and they missed out on European competitions. They were there or thereabout last season. And I think this one, no matter how you say Sean Dyche also wants to put up a team that would compete and do his thing, he's sure that Bournemouth wins. He's sure that Bournemouth wins with Semenyo on the score sheet, with the Evanescence trying to create a chance, with Kluivert still playing one or two passes to the attack line to create a chance. I think the attack was Bournemouth is just going to take this season, and the midfield is just going to work their very best.
Okay, let's look at preparation for that game.
Bournemouth winning.
Bournemouth to win.
Yeah.
Okay, the game for final tomorrow is Everton versus Spurs. The final game tomorrow. Spurs lost their last game, and Everton is strong sometimes. But what do you think will happen? Who wins?
I think Spurs to edge it, but maybe a draw.
A draw in that game.
Yeah.
Also?
When I said the same thing, I said something about Matisse Tell, and John called me out on it, and I'm like, Matisse can start for Tottenham, but he can start from the flanks or on the bench. No matter if you want to play with intensity, you want to play with. Now this is the warning to the manager, Thomas Frank. If you want to play with that high intensity, if you want to play that high intensity football, always play Richarlison up front as your striker.
So who wins in that game?
So for me, I'll still go with Everton.
Everton to win.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be a very, very interesting Premier League week, because almost everywhere it will choke this week. Aston wants to win. Play against Crystal Palace, Aston Villa and Manchester City. Chelsea will play today. Let's see who is going to win these games today. Okay, let's talk about the Classico.
The big one.
Classico is going to happen this weekend. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona in the Classico. If you look at the head-to-head record, Real Madrid has won 105 times, and against Barcelona has won 104 times, so they are close even. But in this Classico last season, Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid throughout last season. Any game where they meet them, they go collect woto. Any game where they beat them, they will collect woto. But this season is different. Alonso is here, and Flick is still where he is. Alonso have done well, apart from the one-off game that he had against Atletico Madrid. They have won all the games they have played, but it's going to be a huge game tomorrow in the Classico. What do you think will happen in that game? Real Madrid versus Barcelona tomorrow in the Classico.
You know, the Classico is what we call football. Let me not use that line of football at its peak or whatever, but bro, he choke. Like, one of the reasons why El Clasico has moved from being a physical duel now is because of the likes of Pepe and Ramos are no longer available, because they know how to foment trouble. But in this time, it's not going to be a game of sleekiness. Who is going to be more sleeky? Who is able to do the maneuvers? Who is able to occupy the midfield? If we are talking about who is going to occupy the midfield, game over. FCB occupying the midfield. If we are going to talk about who is going to score, game over. FCB is going to score. It may not be your celebrity players. It may not be the guys you expect. It may be Femi Lopez with another hat-trick. You get me? So in this encounter, I'm loving the odds of FCB winning this one, even at Real Madrid.
Okay, now, so what do you think will happen in this Classico game?
Everybody just remembering last season where Barca was winning everything.
Yes, that's record now.
2 seasons ago, where Real Madrid was beating everything.
That one
when we're talking about Barca's first win last season, nobody was talking about their last 2 seasons, no. But because this season, last season don't pass. If not so, last season don't pass. Let's talk about this season.
Okay,
fresh new start. The two of them are going head to head for this trophy. You get?
Obviously, yes.
They are going head to head, 1 loss each. You get? I think 2 points between them. If I'm not wrong, 2 points between them. Madrid is topping with 2 points. Now, if they win this one, it extends to 5 points. If they lose, the points change. So it's about who needs it the most. I don't say it's yet to make a statement. This my man is saying, I want to continue what the people have done before. I want to what a great work I've done. Let me continue in that might as a flick. And others say, no, you cannot continue in that might. Because we have the players, we have the people to shut you down, and we want to also collect the trophy ourselves. Because I don't say it's to make a statement. No matter how young I am, no matter what I did at Leverkusen is not one season wonder. I am one of the greats, and he wants to put his name in history.
It's going to be interesting where the battle is going to be. Obviously, Mbappe is going to be the leading the striker. He has 10 goals in this La Liga season. He is the top goal scorer in the La Liga season. But they have Rashford. So for me, I'm thinking about Rashford versus Mbappe.
Yes.
Who is going to come out on top in this, or who scores more in this game?
Rashford is going to score. You can bank on that. Mbappe is going to score. You can bank on that.
You can not say where will
Mbappe is
play?
going to score. Yes, you can bank on that anytime, any day. Rashford to score, no.
Okay, you cannot score.
Mbappe has not scored a hat-trick this season.
You cannot bank on
Mbappe has not also scored a brace so far this season.
Okay, the point is that even my own point is that where Rashford will play. If he's going to play from the wings, it's going because
depending on availability.
Torres is available. He didn't play last game, but he was on the bench, so it depends on where to start. But it's going to be an interesting. Rashford has been talking to the press, talking about his Manchester United career and how he's loving his time at Barcelona. The question is if Barcelona will sign him on permanent deal at the end of the season. But it's going to be Hansi Flick versus Alonso. But if you look at these coaches tactically, who do you? I know that Alonso is sound. Sometimes he plays a 4-3-3, back three. Sometimes 4-4-2. Jude playing with Kylian Mbappe up front. So, but if you look at this tactics, where do you think the game will be won? The strong defense, midfield, or attack?
First and foremost, midfield, because that's where it's going to happen. Basically, the determinant of how many goals we are going to see in this game is going to be the defense, because midfield, definitely both teams have the attackers to attack you and score. Who has the better defense will also determine who concedes the most or who concedes the least.
Okay, where do you think that game will be won?
The game will be won in defense.
Who has the better? So both of them will score. Now who will defend pass?
Who will defend pass? Both of them, because again, you've seen Barca concede careless, stupid goals this season. The highline, if they don't let to break the highline. Last season, the highlight was functioning perfectly.
Mbappe was Mbappe collected about 10
offside in 10 minutes. But this time around, it's not going to be like that. Because now teams have known how teams have set up a way to break the highline. And I think that's one thing. If you look at Alonso's style of play, that's one thing he learns how to play with. He's building from the back in a way that the long ball doesn't get a player offside. He gets player in the middle to get you past the offside trap. So I think he has learned to break the offside trap. It's now up to Mbappe to keep his runs to himself.
We have to see.
I see training. I go training now. I go training last week. I tell you legit. I go training last week. We are planning to break the highline with winning the midfield.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona in that Classico. Classico is one of the biggest game of football in Europe. When Jose Mourinho and Pep was there, almost it was one of the most. I can't even explain the atmosphere when that game happens. Like, it's always going to be fights, goals, red cards, and everything was happening. I think Jose Mourinho and Pep were doing that because of the disagreement between both of them. Jose Mourinho knows how to cause trouble, so he was causing troubles. Even when both of them left, they were like, "I'm happy that I left," because the whole trouble, the whole thing was weighing him down. When
mind game
was too much. When Pep Guardiola left after 1 year, he said the same thing, that he was tired, that the whole mind game, the whole media thing was stressful.
Mourinho gets strength past.
So, but let's see what will happen in this game. It's going to be an interesting game. Both of them were even wins, like but Real Madrid has 105 wins against Barcelona. Barcelona has 104 wins, so it's basically even. But it's going to be an interesting game. Last season, Barcelona trashed them. So let's see who is going to win this one. If it's going to be Real Madrid or Barcelona this season. But let's see, it's going to be tomorrow by 4:15. That game will start. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Okay, away from the Classico, let's talk about other games. Atletico obviously is going to play. I don't really talk about Atletico, but Atletico needs to start picking up points if you want to challenge these boys for the Premier League. If not, they are going to be in trouble. I don't want it to be a two-horse race again. I want it to be somewhere, let Atletico challenge small, make it be like say, no be like only 2 persons they play this game, but
Unfortunately, it's looking like that. Now look at the point gap.
It's looking like that already. It's looking like that already, and I don't even like it. Atletico need to start picking up points. Atletico they are going to play Real Betis on Monday though, so on Monday we are going to talk about that. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can always go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, we are going to open the phone line for you to call us in and tell us your prediction for this weekend's game, the Premier League or the Classico. Tell us what you think will happen in these games. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Double J, what is your contribution?
Very happy to see the weekend again.
Yeah, we are all happy too.
Yeah. Another upset is going to happen today. So, with side.
Okay.
Yeah. Because these Sunderland people, they are doing wonderful. Like, they are in a place where we never even expect them to be by now. So, I think they are going to come out this weekend.
Okay.
Then Manchester United continue their winning run.
Okay.
I think their time has come.
Their time has come. Okay. All right.
This guy to score tomorrow. Brentford.
Okay, Rashford to score tomorrow.
Yeah, I think to score tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Let's see if your predictions will work. If Barcelona will win, or if Sunderland is going to shock Chelsea tomorrow. But it go tough for Stamford Bridge. It go tough. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay. What's your contribution and your prediction?
Good morning.
All right. Why I got
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm still enjoying that much. Then I'm seeing back at MADRID.
That a Classico, yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Relegation is
Thank
not
you. Even chess na failure too. But I'm taking my heart. Leave me like that. When we were conquering Europe, where were you? Why didn't you tell me?
Which Europe you conquer?
When we were conquering
Don't
Europe.
tell me say you conquer Europe
Let's leave
again.
Westham. If you're talking about clubs, you're talking about Westham.
Don't go there, please.
Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay, your contribution. Okay. Okay, I will talk about that later.
Okay, because I have a match today, we are going to win our match. Then on Monday, I will let John know, I'll ask John Alpha. Also, where did they want them to go?
Bye. Okay, it's going to be. Let's see what happens in this game that happened this weekend. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. Live and direct.
Greetings to you too.
Stories that touch.
Greetings to you too. From Leeds United. From East London here.
Okay, Pedro, what is your contribution and predictions?
I think it's not one of these like last game like that.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, that was another surprise. That man, and Maresca should not have been in that match. Using all the use our first 11 to play that one.
Okay.
I think United can be better than best condition. Anything that United is just to beat them.
It will
Okay.
surprise
Mm.
you.
After the Classico winning,
Mm-hmm.
it can also be win the match.
So,
If they are still carrying on the level of the that
mm.
I think that match will be 2-1 win for Madrid.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see the Classico. Real Madrid to win 2-1. It's going to be very tough for you. It's not going to be easy like that, but it's possible. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, John. Good morning, also good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning to you. Name and location, please.
This is an additional from Classico.
Okay.
Welcome.
What is your contribution?
Also,
Answer.
if you stop what they say, they will give and they will continue going down.
Mm.
Because Arsenal is not that good.
Mm.
Chelsea people, I don't tell you. They Chelsea people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't face Arsenal. Arsenal this season, you are carrying three.
Mhm.
And that way will not fell out on our head.
Mm.
My brother, you see today's game,
Mm.
that Chelsea.
Mm.
You know, say, I give from Sugar, don't run away.
Okay.
What do you call himself?
Stamford Bridge.
But I don't be running away. Leave them. I want back when they could beat to his finally.
Okay.
The Chelsea, they surprised how they beat them 2-0.
I know they will.
Nothing like that now, but the game just feel like nothing.
Mm.
Okay.
You see, that night game,
Uh,
I believe, maybe I thought I don't do one to make an annoyed. Make it look like
I did tell you.
Japala.
mm.
You do that, you fail it.
Mm-hmm.
Japala is not give anybody space, I think.
At all.
Just to shoot club, if they are not giving them space, most of the last people this season, they are not giving space.
Mm.
And I believe that I think that's February.
Yes, the Emirates.
I now win by either 2-1 or 2-0.
Okay,
Mm.
thank you.
Tomorrow game, that's Barcelona, Madrid.
Yes.
Not even Barcelona want to this season. Madrid will win them 2-0.
Okay, thank you very much.
And Man City game, Man City all the way.
All right.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's see if your operation to work. Okay, on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Ngozi is here. Ngozi Madrid will trash Barcelona 4-0. It's a match time will continue their winning streak by beating Brighton 3-1. Okay, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
John.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the Alan brother.
Welcome.
Okay, what is your
Welcome.
contribution?
You say you're calling from Westham.
Etihad.
Okay.
For today's match,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea is going to win.
Mhm.
Liverpool is going to win. Arsenal is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
For tomorrow, Man City is going to trash Aston Villa 4 goals to nothing.
Okay.
Mm.
And Barcelona is going to
Everybody's supporting Real Madrid this season. Okay.
I'm supporting FCB. More than no play.
They are lack of form. They cannot beat Real Madrid.
Okay, now. We
All
shall
right.
see.
Thank you very much. Okay.
West Ham to lose.
They don't lose
They
already.
don't lose already.
They don't lose already yesterday. This is why you enter future.
No, so far that you are too quiet for my liking. I don't understand.
They are making predictions.
Where is your ginger? I was telling you on Friday morning. Where's your
No, it
ginger?
doesn't
Where's
see. You
your
cannot
vibe?
tell me how to take a
How
loss.
far?
Okay, let me take
Because
calls,
if now you will tell me it no mean.
Hello, good
It
morning.
no mean. Nah, it no mean too. I'm quiet.
Good morning. Name and location,
It
please.
no mean.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel from MNN.
Okay, what is your
Emmanuel.
contribution, Emmanuel?
Yeah, my Chelsea are going to win 4-1.
Okay.
My prediction.
Na
Okay.
so, na so.
And Liverpool are going to beat Brentford.
Okay.
For tomorrow match,
Mm.
Man City is going to win Aston Villa.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham win or draw. And Arsenal for sure, they have the best defense.
Mm.
So they are going to win the match.
Okay. What about Manchester United? Madrid straight with. Okay. Manchester and Manchester United and Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sharp guy.
Okay, let's see if your predictions will come through. If all these predictions will come through. Okay, let me take one more call before we talk about something. We talk about on this Friday because almost news where they fly for social media yesterday was massive. Hello, good morning.
I think I should be the last caller.
Yeah, good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Yeah, this is Bishop.
Okay, Bishop, your contribution.
John, I say John, sorry, not you, John. No, let me try to do I say sorry.
Bishop, you go like calm down.
John, so say better to me when my son.
Thank you. Thank you.
Better to you now. No, that person.
Mm-hmm.
That team, I don't know what is wrong with that team.
Exactly, I can't even figure it out.
I watch the game.
Me too, I don't even understand.
My time to look at the players individually. They are not horrible, not like the other band. You can't see them up. Whether you have this elite socket or what his name, and some couple of names that have performed in the Premier League. I don't know what is going on with this particular picture. Like, I can't. So it's just like, what do you think that's the real problem?
The problem is.
The names are not bad.
The problem is the defensive pairing. I don't like it. It has not worked under the former manager. It's not working now.
Thank you. That's the biggest problem there.
No, Godwin.
That's
Bishop,
the biggest problem there,
Bishop,
man.
Bishop. Now the guy there. If you look at the game yesterday, the guy that was being paired alongside Thomas Sunchek. Look at his output yesterday. He was very poor. It was like it was MIA. It was Sunchek and Paqueta running the whole midfield out of a midfield of 4. If you look at the game properly yesterday, even Sub-Zero had to come back. Set piece. This is
Bishop. The attack. Nobody.
I think. See.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bishop, you asked me a question. I'm answering you.
That's what I think because these guys can perform. They have shown us what they can do. That's why they not look at players. These guys have seen what they have done individually. Giving them is horrible. Like they are down, please. Just 3 minutes from the first half, they are down. It was horrible watching them last night. Just a half time, and I was sitting there for nothing.
Telling you, 3 minutes. 11 minutes, 2 goals.
Okay.
They are in a form now, like they are in a form to win.
Yeah.
Like they are in a form. I agree with both of you, Nojo and John. The defense, we are going to know, but I believe both of them will score. They have people that can score. Defense. But I think my Madrid will try to hold their defense because all of them are complete now. I think all the Madrid defenders are fit now. Apart from what is his name? The former Chelsea guy.
Rudiger, yeah.
Yes. I think other players are fit at the back. Let's try and hold them.
They should start Militao.
Out of the last 7 meetings, we put our hand in Newcastle and our hope and our faith is in God. Let's watch Man U tomorrow.
All right.
But inconsistency has been our problem.
Thank you.
We pray we should continue now.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens in this weekend's Premier League for the Super Falcons. They won their game yesterday against Burnley 2 goals in WAFCON qualifier, so a good one for them. Maybe on Friday we'll talk about something that is trending on social media on Friday, because on Friday we'll talk about the Nigerian football and all. So on Friday we'll talk about it. This rumors flying that there are no referee, Nigerian referee that is going to be available, that is going to referee in the upcoming African Cup of Nations since 2014. The last time a Nigerian referee actually refereed in that tournament. It's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about that on Friday. We'll talk about how much has been invested. Somebody said the rumors that FIFA and FIFA body has given Nigerian NFF more than $21 million.
Wow.
For the past 10 years. They have not produced any facility. They have not, nothing has happened in more than $21 million.
They share for
in Nigerian currency. You understand what we are talking about? We are talking money in billions.
It was the same period they did Abuja Stadium.
But let's see. We are going to talk about the NFF, all the things that's happening there on Friday. So join us on Friday. But for this weekend, it's going to be interesting weekend of Premier League games and a Classico that will happen tomorrow. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona is going to be a very, very interesting one. But let's see what happens. On Monday, we'll come back and talk about these games on Monday. Remember, guys, we are always live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and every weekend we drop analysis of each game on our YouTube channel. Please go to our channel and subscribe, watch the videos live, join the community of us on YouTube. Thank you for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.